Hello, GRT fam. It's me, Cynthia, and welcome to episode 5 of the Graph News brought to you by Graphtronauts. This week, we have some huge news to share with you. On the 9th of December, it was announced that the Graph has awarded $60 million to Semiotic AI. That's right, $60 million. The Graph announced this news via their blog, where they go on to state that the Graph Foundation sees the software startup Semiotic AI as a possible way to help streamline artificial intelligence and upgrade the Web3 infrastructure. The Semiotic team joins the Graph in a developer role, with the grant securing their services for 8 years of protocol research and development. The blog post states that the grant reflects the deepening relationship between the Graph ecosystem and confirms that they will be working alongside the Edge and Node team, as well as collaborating with the wider community to build the Graph. Okay, that all sounds awesome, but what does Semiotic AI actually do? Well, we can tell you that. We heard it straight from the horse's mouth. On their website, it states that Semiotic AI is building an automated decision-making tool for decentralized markets. The team believes that the convergence of the AI and cryptography will propel Web3, the decentralized internet of the future. Interestingly, the tools are broken down into 3 segments: Deep RL, simulation, and security. Each segment tackles different issues which could potentially help improve artificial intelligence and Web3 infrastructure. We are really excited to see this relationship between 2 great projects blossom, and we look forward to seeing what impacts it will have on Web3, a truly decentralized internet. So, the ecosystem grant process took a bold new step this week when the Graph Academy, a community initiative, announced their own grant program. The program wants to foster the continued growth of their own community-driven platform. The Graph Academy is offering grants for contributors to incentivize the creation of high-quality educational material. The Graph Academy is a community-driven initiative built by the members of the Graph community. The Academy is a strategic initiative that seeks to help members of the community accelerate their knowledge about the Graph. We are excited to see such an initiative provided by community members. If you want to apply for a grant via the Academy, be sure to check out their site and fill out the necessary Google Forms. If you want to give back to the community, we strongly urge you to take a look at the grant program and do your part to help educate the Graph community. Okay, so with the latest news wrapped up, let's have a look at what tweets have caught our eye this week. This tweet is another real life example of the Graph being a useful tool for developers. Here, Jake Warren, the founder of Elixir Sound Library, shares his intention to build and use Subgraph for the project he is creating. We have seen subgraphs created for various areas within crypto, but this one is a lesser known one. As Mr. Warren describes, Elixir Sound Library is a music sampling platform where creators can upload sounds which can be then licensed and sampled by others. He adds that it will be launching on the Arbitrum in the near future. As a side note, in case you weren't aware, Arbitrum is a layer 2 rollup which the Graph actually announced an integration with them back in June of this year. This is just another testament to the rapidly growing use and application of the Graph protocol within crypto. Another interesting tweet was this: the change in perspective this user had on GRT. Originally, they were not too keen on it, and after learning more about what the Graph does, they began to understand the importance it holds in the crypto space. They make good observations that the protocol has multiple blue chip integrations and similar to the complementary Oracle tech of the Chainlink. These types of important realizations are what we as a community strive to foster. Every member of the Graphtronauts has an opportunity to help others make these connections and see the value GRT has within the Web3 and beyond. It's so nice to see such engagement and opinion from the community. Let me pass you over to CM with the latest data sets and statistics.
Thank you, Cynthia. Here are the latest data sets from this week. The active delegate count has increased by 59 delegators, bringing a total to 8,209, all delegating to an indexer and playing their role in securing the network. If you would like to learn more about delegation, take a look at episode 1 and 2 of the Delegator Office Hours. The recording of both episodes are available on YouTube. Scan the QR code on screen to go and watch them both. In this latest episode, they showcase a new Graphtronauts app and discuss the graph token economics. In the last 7 days, the GRT holder count has increased by 347 wallets. This brings a total of active holders to 88,961. The amount of subgraphs that are deployed on the mainnet now stands at 294, an increase of 2 subgraphs from last week. The amount of curators, all signaling subgraphs, is 2,343. This is showing an increase of 14 curators than the previous week. Back to you, Cynthia, for the rest of the news.
This week, the Graphtronauts would love to wish the Graph a happy first birthday. Here is a quick recap on what we have witnessed together this year.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
As you can see, it's been a busy year with countless integrations, partnerships, new core development teams, mainnet launch, and much more. It's been a privilege to have played a part in the community and witnessed the foundations of Web3 being built before our very eyes. Here is to next year and many more to come. In the community this week, our friends at GRTIQ have a new guest on the podcast. Let's have a quick listen to see who the guest is this week and the topics they are discussing.
Welcome to the GRTIQ Podcast. Today I'm speaking with Alex Berger, co-founder and CTO at Streaming Fast, a core dev team working at the Graph. As you'll hear, Alex is highly passionate and energetic about blockchain, Web3, Streaming Fast, and the Graph. During our conversation, Alex shares his journey from classical music to technology to crypto, what Streaming Fast brings to the Graph, including a detailed discussion of the fire hose. Alex also shares many brilliant ideas about Web3, the future of blockchain, and his long-term vision for the Graph.
They understand, they get it, they see it. So it's really rejoicing, I would say, to have landed in such a place that appreciates the work we have done and also laid sort of a nice ground for more growth, more adoption, because the Graph had much more adoption than we had. Right, so it's a nice place to be, I would say.
Scan the QR code on the screen to listen to the podcast, which is available on various platforms and is always a gripping and interesting listen. Come and join the Graphtronauts community. Scan the QR code for our Twitter, Telegram, and YouTube accounts. The contents of this production do not constitute as tax, legal, or investment advice. Take responsibility for your own decisions, consult proper professionals, and do your own research. At the time of production, stats and data were correct. The stats and data are subject to change. See you next week, GRT fam. Bye.